Hi, I'm Dale Powell, and welcome to That Spirit of Christmas. Hey, I don't have the green screen up, no artificial sets behind me. It's just me. Okay? Well, mostly because I wanted to wear green. It's Christmas Day, and on a green screen, you can't wear green. But I want to give you my thoughts on Christmas. And I can't think of a better way to do that than to give you some things by Henry Van Dyke. This is called Thoughts on Christmas Day by Henry Van Dyke. I am thinking of you today because it is Christmas, and I wish you happiness. And tomorrow, because it will be the day after Christmas, I shall still wish you happiness. I may not be able to tell you that every day because I could be far away from you, or we may both be very busy. But you know what? That makes no difference because my thoughts and my wishes will be with you just the same. Whatever joy or success comes to you, you will be glad that we have met, and you make me glad. Clear through the year, I wish you the spirit of Christmas. And you know what? I want to give you another thought from Henry Van Dyke, but before I do, I need to tell you just a little bit about who he was. Henry Van Dyke lived from 1852 to 1933. He was a minister, a professor at Princeton, and a writer. He wrote, you might have heard me tell the story of the other wise men on a previous podcast. That story was by him, the story of Artaban. But he wasn't writing from the pulpit. Even though he was a preacher, he told about ordinary life. He didn't try to give you this idealistic, and he didn't paint any false, like, I am holy because I keep Christmas this way. No, he tried to do it the way a person should. What I love about his words is that they don't ask us to feel anything special. They ask us to do something. That's where the action is anyway, even if it's just for one day. And I'll be honest, I have to practice this myself. I'm not offering this as instruction and say, hey, I am the big moral person and everything like that. No. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm offering it as a reminder of what I have to say over and over again. And that is, we're all into this together, and we have to love each other. We have to turn our lives to love. In A Christmas Carol, Scrooge's nephew says that Christmas is the one time of the year when people seem to be willing to open their otherwise shut up hearts freely and generously without thinking of themselves. Van Dyke is asking the same question, just a little more quietly and a little more personally. What if we didn't let that openness close back up the day after Christmas? What if we didn't just say, okay, Christmas is over, now I can go back to being myself? Here's what he said, and even though it may sound like a sermon, I don't want you to take it that way. And again, I don't want you to think that I in any way am setting myself up as a paragon of virtue and saying I don't do this. But this is how Henry Van Dyke said we should keep Christmas. There is a better way in life than celebrating Christmas. There is a better way than observing Christmas. There is a better thing that you can do than going to church on Christmas. Are you willing to forget what you have done for other people and remember what other people have done for you? Are you willing to forget what the world owes you and to think about what you might owe the world? Kind of echoes John F. Kennedy, doesn't it? To see what other people, whether you like them or agree with them, that they're just as real as you are, and try to look behind their faces and not realize that that's who they are by looking at them, but look at their hearts. Just like you, everybody, just like you, is looking for joy. It's not just us who want to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy. Everyone is trying to live their own peace. It may not be the way you think it should be, but it's their way. To own up to the fact that probably the only good reason for our existence is not what we are going to get out of life, but what are we going to give to life? To close our book of complaints, close your book of complaints, forget them, and look around for a place where you can sow a few seeds of happiness. It really doesn't matter who you make happy, but make them happy. Are you willing to do these things even for the day? If you can, then you can keep Christmas all the time. It doesn't have to end today, Christmas Day. We can keep going. Are you willing to stoop down and consider the needs and desires of a little child? I think that's the reason that Christmas has actually become a season about children. Because Christ came to us as a child, so love those children. Do the things for them that they need. Remember that they're weak and they're lonely. Yeah, children are lonely. To stop asking how much of our friends love us and ask whether or not we love them enough. Bear in mind the things that other people have to bear in their hearts. To try to understand what those who live in the same home with you really want without waiting for them to tell you. To trim your lamp so that it will give more light and not give off a lot of smoke. Oh, we do that so often. As parents, we do that. It's like we act like we're loving, but what do we really do? We're actually just blowing smoke at them. Yeah, let's make sure that we have fire, not smoke. Smoke is the residue. To make a grave for your ugly thoughts and a garden for your kindly feelings. Those things that are no good, those things that make you hate and things like that. Okay, hate if it makes you feel better, but it's not going to make you feel better very long. It's going to make you miserable. Okay? But plant a garden of kind feelings. Are you willing to do these things even for one day? If you can do that for one day, then you can keep Christmas all the time. Are you willing to believe that love is the strongest thing in the world? And I feel like right now I have to say, I'm not saying that I do this all the time. I'm not at all. I'm saying basically, is that not the way to keep the spirit of Christmas alive? Are you willing to be stronger than hate? Oh, you see something out there you don't like. I see plenty of things out there I don't like. But do I have to hate it? Do I have to want it destroyed? Can't I just try to see it from their side for a moment? Yeah, that's hard to do. I can think of many places right now what's hard for me to do. But we can do it. We can make the spirit of Christmas alive. Are you willing that the blessed life, which began in Bethlehem many years ago, and just realize that that is the spirit of love and light. And if you're turning it against someone or something, you are not practicing Christmas. But if you can turn it to love, keep it in love, then you are keeping Christmas the way it should be. And if you can keep it for a day, you can keep it always. Folks, no matter what you do, I know I'm a person that I love Christmas and I hate to see it go away. But I realize like everything, it has to keep going. We have to go on to the next season and everything like that. But keep your Christmas alive. Keep it in your heart all through the year. It's not something that ends or begins on December 25th. Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of love and a lot of kindness in the last 10 to 15 days, but I don't want it to end. You know, a few years ago, I remember thinking something, and I thought, well, I'd like to write an op-ed on this. Well, I never did do it, but I guess this is my op-ed right now. I remember I was at a Myers department store at Eastgate near Cincinnati, Ohio, and I saw a young man, and he had on a Santa hat, and he was pushing the carts, and he was working there, and he was bringing everything in, and he was happy and smiling and singing a Christmas song, wearing a Santa hat and everything like that. Well, I saw the same young man probably 3 weeks later, and yeah, his jeans were a little brighter. He had on a nice black pair of jeans, and before they were a little faded and things like that. So he got in a nice pair of jeans for Christmas. But I also saw that the laughter, the smile, the joy was gone. Folks, we can keep that from happening. We don't have to be a sad person. We don't have to be miserable. We don't have to react to the bad things that happen to us. We can turn it to love. And if you turn it to love, you'll find your happiness. But I want to tell you something. I love you. God bless you. God bless us, everyone. Happy Christmas, everyone. Keep Christmas with you all through the year.